Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Pilates sculpt class. Today's workout will need no equipment, and we're going to work through some real classic Pilates moves and work the entire body. So let's get into it. We're going to start in a cat cow, so just coming on to all fours, hands and knees, and we'll just take a moment to breathe and start to inhale. And as we inhale, slowly dropping the belly down towards the floor, extending the neck and trying to retract the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, slowly pushing away and extending through the back and opening up through the shoulder blades. Good. Dropping the belly down, opening it up, lifting the chest, lifting the head and dropping the belly. Inhale, exhale, reversing this movement, pushing away from the floor and pushing the weight into your fingertips and opening up through the shoulder blades. Good. Dropping the belly, opening it up, extend, breathing in. And breathing out, rolling away from you, flexion of the spine and pushing your chest away from the floor. Good, dropping down, opening it up, breathing in, extend, inhale. Just warming up through the spine here, getting ready to move into this beautiful flow. Maybe setting a nice intention for your class today on your mat. Taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Good, we're just going to go two more. Opening it up, extend, breathing in. And exhale, breathing out, reverse. Good, now let's just come and find a neutral spine. We're going to warm up a little bit more into the spine, placing the weight into the left hand. We're going to open up through the right hand up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. And then we're going to sweep that hand through, thread it underneath, bring that left cheek and left shoulder down to the mat, and then open it all the way up to take that beautiful extension again and twist. Good, and then sweep it through and under to tap it down. And then opening it up, extend, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out, thread it through, take that twist. Inhale, breathing in, opening it up. Final one, exhale, bring it down and through to tap. And then coming back through to the neutral spine. Let's go to the other side, weight into the right hand. Opening it up through the left side, breathing in. Exhale, sweep it through and under to bring that left cheek down to the mat. And then opening it up, extend, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. Good, opening it up, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. Good, let's go two more. Really getting a nice dynamic warm up through the spine, nice twist through the back and opening up through the shoulders. Good, one more, opening it up and exhale, breathing it out. Good, and then coming back to find that neutral spine in your 4-point kneeling position. Okay, we're going to start working into some bird dog combinations. So warming up into the core, we're going to extend through the right foot. Extend that right foot back long behind you, just tapping the toes to the floor. And then we're going to extend that left arm out in front of you at the same time. Coming really strong into that core and finding your balance, we're going to start to lift up and lengthen out through the left arm and through the right leg, squeezing to find that beautiful extension and strength through the core. Tapping it down with a nice control, maintaining that length. Exhale, lift it up. Thinking about being really straight through your pelvis, trying not to allow those hips to open up. Keeping a nice balance through the body. Keeping a nice soft elbow in that right side. And keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears, really squeezing into those glutes and squeezing into that shoulder. Squeeze up and tap. Good. Inhale, exhale. We're still just warming up into the moves here. Let's go here for another 6. Tap. 5, 4, squeeze and lengthen, holding that core. 3, extend and down. Good. Final 2. Now last one, lift it up all the way to hold. Now I want you to C-curve your spine, bringing that right knee in, and eye gaze goes down towards your right knee, crunching in with your left arm at the same time. Hold and find the balance. And then extend it all the way back out long to find that strength, and then tap it back down with precision. Squeezing up, crunching it in, challenging that stability. Squeeze and use the core. Extend it back out long and tap it down. Good. We're going to go here for another 6 reps. Controlling the core. Warming up into the entire body right now. Using that right glute. Really strong. Good. Extend. Tap. Let's go 3 more. 3. Squeeze and extend. Tapping it down. Final 2. Crunching it in, feeling that real compression and then that real extension out long. Tap. Final 1, all the way up to lift. Squeeze it in with control. Extend it long and hold. Now holding the leg there, you're going to place your right arm down to the mat. Your left arm, down to the mat. Strong through the core. We're going to drop that chest, tucking those elbows into the body to find a push-up. And then pushing all the way back up, we're going to drop down to the left elbow and sweep that right leg out all the way to the side to find that nice outer glute and outer oblique challenge. Good. Sweeping it all the way back, coming up, back onto both hands, strong into the core, dropping the chest, pushing up, control, drop down to that left elbow, extend it out and sweep it around. Squeeze it all the way back, realign the hips, realign hands, strong in the core. Take that push up. Good. Bring it down to the left elbow, sweep it all the way out to the side. Look towards that foot and then look back. Hold your core, drop your chest. Good. We're going to work here for another 3. Sweep it round, really nice and strong and controlled. Bring it back, hold the core, drop the chest, squeeze. Good. Final 2. All the way back, lifting up, dropping that chest, all the way up. Now final 1, all the way round to the side, sweep it all the way back and round. Now you can stay here and take your pulses from this position, or if you want to challenge it, let's tuck those left toes, push that left knee up off the mat to hover, squeeze your right glute and take the pulses from here, holding that core for 10, 9, 8, squeezing into that glute, 7, 6, soft through the elbows, strong through the core, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, dropping it down. Let those knees go wide, let those hips go back, and let's just take a quick child's pose. All right, and let's just take 3 deep breaths here in child's. Good, breathing in and breathing out. Final 1, breathing in and breathing out. All right, when you're ready, coming all the way back up into all fours, and we're going to go straight onto that second side. So, coming back to the bird dog. This time we're working the left leg. Left leg comes out nice and long on the extension. Right arm is all the way out in front of you. Finding that real great connection in the core, keeping a really long spine, keeping a really long neck. We're going to lift and lengthen that leg and arm at the same time. Good. Tapping down to the floor with control. Deep breath in. Exhale, lengthen and lift. And bring it down with control. Good. Lift and be as long as you can. Really challenging that stability. Challenging that length. Good. Squeeze it up. Control the movements. We're going to work here for another 6 reps. 6, controlling that pelvis, keeping everything really nice and still. 5, good. Final 4, lifting up and squeeze, bringing it down with control. In 3, working the whole body here, using that left glute, using that right shoulder. 2, now last one, all the way up, holding it here. Now we're going to C-curve that spine. Crunch that left knee in, crunch that right elbow in, eye gaze to knee. Feeling that real challenge of the stability. Then open it all the way back up, finding that length, and then tapping it down. Good, lifting up and lengthen. Crunching it in with control. Extend it back out long, really find that beautiful length. Tapping it down and lift. Compress the movement, feel it all tuck in, and then expand out with strength and control. Good, tap, squeeze it up, crunch it in, really use that core, opening it up, tapping down. Good, we're gonna go for another 4. You guys can do it. It's already getting spicy. You're so strong. 3, use your breath. It's gonna help you to move through this flow. 2, crunch it in. Exhale as you extend. Tap it down. Final 2. Extend it long. Tap. Now last one. I don't know if I counted 2 twice, but maybe I did. Anyway, extra rep. Good. Holding it here. Now we're going to place that right hand down to the mat, keeping that left leg lifted, strong into the core, dropping that chest, tucking those elbows in to find your push-up, lifting it up, controlling that core. Now we're going to drop down to that right elbow. We're going to sweep that left leg all the way round and out to the side. Eye gaze goes towards your left toes. You sweep it back, realign those hips, squeezing the core, coming back up to hands, dropping the chest to find that push-up. Lift it up, down onto the right side, sweep it over to the left, and sweep it back, controlling the movement. We're really challenging that deep core strength here. Sweep it round, sweep it back. Drop your chest. Good, you can do it. We're going to just go 3 more. 3. Really using all angles of the glutes here. Working the press up, working the entire body. 2. Sweep it back to hold. Strong through the core. Drop that chest. Lift it up. Final 1. All the way around. Bring it all the way back. We're going to hold that position. You have the option to take the pulses here, or we're going to tuck that right toe, lift the right knee up to hover off the mat, squeeze into that left glute and pulse for 10, 9, 8, strong through that core, 7, 6, 5, soften the elbows, 3, 2, 1, and coming down with control. Let's let those knees go wide. Hips go back, and we'll just find a quick child's pose. Good, taking a nice deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Lovely, one more deep breath in, and again a deep breath out. When you're ready, you're going to place both weight into the hands, tucking the back toes, piking those hips all the way up to find our first downward dog. Maybe you're taking a nice little pedal out through the feet. Warming up into the back of the legs. Let's pedal for 3, 2, 1. Placing both heels down to the mat, taking a beautiful big stretch all the way from the low back through to the head. And then when you're ready, slowly walking your hands back towards your feet, slowly, slowly, to find yourself in that nice forward fold. Keeping your knees slightly soft, we're going to just start to roll up. Restacking the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly, keeping that head really heavy, all the way until you come up to stand, taking a beautiful roll out of your shoulders at the top. And we're going to start working into a little standing series, starting with some narrow feet squats. So I want you to have your feet just as wide as your hips, no more wide than your hips, just hip distance apart, nice and strong through the core, finding the weight in the back of your feet. And we're going to start to find our squat. Okay, so hinging the hips back, reaching the arms long, trying to get some nice depth through your legs, squeezing through the glutes, and then pushing up nice and controlled up to stand, finding that strength into the core. Good, hinging it back, extend, and standing up with control. Good, here we go, hinge it back, extend those arms, extend your legs, bending through the knees. Good, dropping down, squeezing into that core, lifting up with control. Good, let's keep working like this for another 6. Trying to get that nice depth into your squat, getting deeper each time. Good, in 4, 3, inhale on the way down, exhale to come up, 2, now last one, all the way down. This time as you come up, I want you to sweep those arms back and slowly start to rise up to the toes, squeezing through the triceps, squeezing through the calves. Drop the heels, hinge it back, reach those arms. Lift up, squeeze up, extend through your arms, extend through your calves. Drop it down with control. Find your squat, extend your arms. Good, your arms do not just swing back, they squeeze back. We're working those triceps at the same time. Hinge it back and down to find that squat, keeping the weight through the back of your feet, and then lifting up onto the toes at the top. Extend it back, find your squat. Sweep up and lift, really squeeze your feet. Try to come up nice and slowly. Think of yourself as an elegant ballerina who's lifting up onto the toes and then hinging back down to find her strength. Good, let's go like this for 4. Good, final 3. All the way up, final 2. It's okay to lose your balance a little bit. Final 1, all the way up to lift. Good, hinging all the way back down to find that squat. Now we're going to stay low. I want you to sweep your right arm back, squeezing into your tricep, keeping low, lifting that right heel up off the floor, looking back towards that right hand. Extend it back long to find that extension. Now we go left side, sweep the left arm back, lift up through the left heel, coming back all the way, and then finding that rise up onto your toes again. Hinging back and down to find your squat. Sweep the right side, lift that right heel, sweep it back. Sweep the left side, squeeze that tricep, sweep it back all the way up to lift up onto the toes. Hinge it back, hold that core. Let's go sweep, extend, sweep. Eye gaze follows your hand and all the way up. Good, we're going to start to pick up the pace a little bit, coming down. Sweep it back. Extend it long, sweep it back, extend it long, and up, squeeze and lift. Let's keep working for another 4 like this. All the way up to lift. In 3, squeeze. Even when you get tired, come back to that form, come back to that precision. Final 2, come back to your breath. It's going to help you work through these flows. Final 1, all the way down, sweep it back, extend, sweep it back. We're going to stay low and keep working with those sweeps for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the weight through the back of your feet as you hinge back. 4, 3, use your breath. 2, nice long reach through the arms. 1, hold and extend the arms, keep it low. I want you to now sweep both arms and lift up to both heels. Extend the arms, come back down to the heels. Sweep up, lift those heels up off the floor. Extend, come back to flat. You can do it. Let's go for 8. 7, come on, we're here to challenge the body. 6, 5, you guys are so much stronger than you think. Use your mind. 4, oh, it's okay to wobble. 3, everybody wobbles, just come back to it. 2, Now, final one, I'm going to challenge you to hold your heels up. Extend both arms and take little pulses up and down for 8, 7, 6. Drop the heels if you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Woo. Coming up to stand. Give a little shake. Grab some water if you need. I'm going to grab some now. Well done, you guys. And we're just going to take a quick reset. Okay, when you're ready, coming to the back of your mat, we're just going to take a quick reset. So taking a nice inhale, dipping down into the knees, opening it up, extend and reach, breathing in. And as you exhale, hands come down by your side, tucking chin to chest, starting to roll down, decompress the vertebrae, keeping soft through those knees, keeping heavy through your head, strong through the core to find that nice forward fold. Take a deep inhale and exhale. When you're ready, starting to walk those hands down along your mat to find yourself in your high plank. Okay, we're just going to work into a little bit of upper body now. So keeping a really nice strong core, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears and a slight tuck on that tailbone. We're just going to hold the high plank here for 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, when you're ready, you can make your feet a little bit wider if that makes it easier. I want you to keep your pelvis really still. You're going to lift your right hand up off the floor to tap your left shoulder and then place it back down to the mat. Left hand comes up to tap the right shoulder. Place it back down to the mat. Then you're going to push your hips back and allow your knees just to hover off the mat, keeping a really long spine. Shoot it all the way back forward to find that high plank and then find that shoulder tap for 1, 2, and push. Bring it forward. This is going to get nice and spicy on the upper body. Knees are there if you need. Try and hold that pelvis really still as you take those shoulder taps. It's very challenging. I find it challenging as well. We're in this together. We're going to keep pushing and work for another 4. Tap, tap, final 3. Push, tap, tap, final 2. Bring it forward, 2 taps. Final 1. Shoot it forward, hold, take those taps. Okay, now knees are there if you need. I want you to take a push up, tucking those elbows into your body, drop that chest, pushing all the way back up. Find that push back, bring it all the way forward to high plank. Take your shoulder tap, 1, 2, drop your chest to push up. Drop your knees if you have to. Find that push back, bring it forward to hold and tap, tap, good. Find that push and press. Push it back, hover the knees, shoot it forward, take that shoulder tap. You guys are so strong. Find that push up and push it back. Strong into the core. Really keep working here. Let's go for 4 more. Find your push up, find your press. Shoot your hips back, hover the knees. Bring it forward, shoulder tap for 3. Take that press and push. Shoot it back, bring it forward. Final 2, control the body. Control the movements, control what you're doing. Push it back, hover those knees. Shoot it forward, final 1. Let's take that shoulder tap for 1, 2. Drop the chest, push, and up. Final push back to hover. Shoot it forward. We're going to hold the plank here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You guys can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop the knees. Okay, let's take a quick child's pose. Just a quick release. Drop the head down to the mat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, we're going to keep working a little bit more into the upper body. I'm going to challenge you here into a dead weight push-up. So the idea is that we push up from a completely dead weight. So I want you to lay your stomach on the ground, lift your feet up, lift your hands up. So you've got no weight in your hands, no weight in your feet. Then you're going to tuck the toes, place the weight into the hands next to the chest. Now the idea is to try and push up off the ground while keeping your bum lifted up. So not pushing up like a seal to come up, pushing up nice and straight. So strong into the core, push up and off the mat. Lowering it back down with control, and then lift the feet, lift the arms, okay? That's quite advanced. So if you have to push up onto your knees, that's also fine as well. But what I don't want to see is you pushing up away from the floor like this. Try your best to keep your core really strong and straight, okay? So lifting up with the hands and knees, place the weight into the feet, place the weight into the hands, really strong into that core, almost push your bum up first, push up and off the floor. Bring it down with control and release. Strong into the core. Let's push up. Bring it down. Good. Release the hands, release the feet. Strong into that core. Let's push. Bring it down all the way. Lift it up. Squeeze up and lift. Good. All the way down. Nice and controlled. Squeeze up, lift. Strong into that core. And push. Good. You guys can do it. All the way down. Let's go here for 4 more reps. 4. Super strong, super amazing for the posture, this exercise. 3, we're really challenging the core, really challenging the upper body. 2, I'm struggling here with you. You guys can feel it in my voice. Final 1, all the way up and lift. Good, and then coming all the way down. Great. Now what we're going to do from here is just extend the arms out long away from you. Bring it back in and hold. So keeping that chest up off the mat, keeping your head nice and long. We're going to keep those arms lifted, keep that upper body lifted, and work some extensions in and out. Extend. In. Extend. I've literally got sweat dripping into my eye. Breathe, squeezing into that upper back, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Finding that nice extension and lift. Bring it in. Let's work here for 8, 7, 6, feeling the shoulders, 5, 4, you guys can do it, 3, 2, we're going to hold it out, find those extensions, hold and just pulse the arms up and down, squeeze into that middle of your shoulder blade, squeeze, squeeze. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, push, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. All right, drop it down. Let's just place the head down onto the hands. Take a nice little breather and just come to rest on the mat here for a second. Good, nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, and again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, when you're ready, we're going to push up and find our way onto our backs. We're just going to work now into some glutes. So coming all the way down onto your back and finding yourself on the floor. Knees tucked up, feet close to the glutes. And we're just going to start with some basic glute bridges, okay? Taking a nice deep breath in and just finding your core, trying to come to those ribs, placing your weight into the back of your feet, taking a nice deep breath in, opening up through the ribs, and then as you breathe out, closing those ribs down, pushing the weight through your heels and driving up into your glutes, keeping control of those ribs and keeping control of that core. Good. Inhale to tap the glutes down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Squeezing up, keeping a nice connection into that core and connection into your breath. Extend. Bringing it down. Inhale. Good. Let's keep working like this for another 4. 3, squeeze and lift, tap it down, final 2, good, now final 1, all the way up, lift and squeeze. Okay, holding it there, we're going to lift the hands up over the chest just to add a bit of stability, and we're just going to keep working those glute bridges exactly the same, tapping the hips, squeezing up and lift, tapping the hips, squeezing up and lift, using the back of the feet to take the weight, controlling into that core as you lift, trying not to let those ribs flare open, really squeezing up into those hips, squeeze and lift, tap it down. All right, we're going to go for another 3, tap, final 2, now last one, all the way up and hold. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to sweep the arms back behind us and at the same time lift both heels up off the floor to balance onto the toes. Squeeze the arms back up over the chest and bring those heels back down to the mat, but keep those hips up. Lift the heels, extend the arms back. Sweep the arms, drop the heels with control. Good. Squeeze and lift. Keep those hips up. Mine are dropping. Bring it back down. Control the feet. Good. Squeezing up through the feet. Keeping those hips up. Keeping that core strong. Drop it down. Arms and feet are working simultaneously. Up and over. Squeeze it back down. Good. We're going to work here for 4. My sweat is literally making me slide off the mat. 3. 2 more. Up and squeeze. 2. Keep those hips up. Final 1. All the way up with those heels. Sweep it all the way overhead. Bring it back up over the center of the chest. Okay, we're going to work a little bit more into the glutes, keeping those hips up. We're going to keep those heels lifted. Keeping those heels off the floor. I want you to walk your right leg up into tabletop. Bringing it back down to place that toe back on the mat. If you have to drop your hands beside you to help you stabilize, then do. Otherwise, keeping those arms lifted over the chest. Weight into the right toe, left leg comes up to tabletop, keeping it nice and controlled. Drop that left toe back down. Let's keep those hips up and keep working through this march. And tap. Really squeezing up as you lift that leg up to tabletop. Try not to swing it. Keeping those toes nice and controlled, heels nice and lifted off the mat. This is going to really give us that extra contraction through the hamstrings and glutes. Keep working here for another 8. Breathe. 7. This is getting spicy, you guys. We're nearly there. 6. 5. Push to the end. Control. 4. It's not supposed to be easy. 3, 2, okay, final 1. Let's keep that left leg up. Now I want you to keep your hips lifted and extend your left leg up towards the sky. Now sweeping it down to hover off the mat and then squeezing it back up, keeping those heels lifted on the right side. Sweep it down. Squeeze it up. Good. Sweeping it down. Keep working here. Let's go for another 4. Nice and controlled. Use that core. 3, 2. Keep those hips up. Final 1. All the way up with that left leg. Let's take those pulses up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Push. 4, 3, 2, 1, bringing that left foot down, left toes come down to the mat. Let's lift that right leg up to tabletop. Extend that right leg up towards the ceiling. Sweep the right leg down to hover off the mat. Sweep it back up. Keep those hips up. Sweep it down. Sweep it up. You guys are so strong. Sweep. And squeeze into the core. Come on, you've got it. We're nearly there, I promise. Let's go for 5. 4, I'm getting cramp into my leg. 3, 2, controlled. Final 1. Let's hold it all the way up towards the sky. Take those little pulses of the hips up for 8, 7, 6. Push to the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, drop those hips, drop those knees. And let's just hug the knees in towards your chest and take a little rock side to side. Release that lower back, release those hammies. That was hard. So well done for making it through that. We're just going to work the final bit of this workout today, which is going to be the abs. So taking one more deep breath in and deep breath out. Okay. Bringing those feet down to the floor again. We're just going to work some basic crunches. So bringing your hands behind your head, taking a nice deep breath in, letting those ribs open up wide, and then as you exhale, closing the ribs down and lifting your head, neck, shoulders and chest to squeeze up off the mat, and then lowering it down with control. Taking a deep inhale. Try to control those ribs. Exhale, lifting head, neck, shoulders, chest, squeeze up and rolling down with control. Inhale, but control those ribs. Head, neck, shoulders, chest, squeeze up. My abs are literally shaking. Bringing it down. Good. Keep pushing. That's 4. Who knew we could work so hard with just our bodies and our mat? Good. We're going to go 4 more here. 4. Lift and squeeze it up. Down with control. Inhale. 3. All the way down. Final 2. Exhale and lift. Now final 1. All the way up. Exhale. Squeeze it up and lift. All right, bringing it all the way down with control to the mat. We're going to lift both legs up to tabletop again. Okay, as we work the crunch, we're going to crunch the chest up and extend the right leg down towards the mat. Extend your hands to follow. Squeeze and lengthen, and then bring it back down through the center. We're going to keep going on that right side. Exhale, extend and lift. Inhale, bringing it down. Let's keep working. Exhale. This is the last bit of hard work. You guys are just going to make it through this ab burn. And then I'm going to give you a beautiful stretch. So let's keep pushing. Let's go for 8 more reps. Squeeze and lift for 8. Extend. 7. Squeeze. Bring it in. 6. Really lift that chest up. Extend your arms with intention. 5. Nice and slow and controlled. Bring it in. Final 4. In and controlled. 3. Extend and lift. Bring it in. Final 2. Controlling those hips, controlling those ribs. Final 1, all the way out. Squeezing it back in. All right, we're going straight onto that left side. Extend and lift. Lift your chest, extend your left leg, extend those arms. Bring it in. Inhale. Exhale to lift and extend. Inhale to bring it in. Control. Keep going. Push. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to go for another 8 reps. Squeeze and lift. Bring it in. Let's go for 8. Push and squeeze. 7. Squeeze and bring it in. Whew. Final 6. I'm feeling it with you guys. Come on, we've got to push to the end. Final 4. Last little bit here, guys. Come on. Final 3. We're going to feel so good after this. My body is feeling so shaky. 3. 2. Now last one, all the way up, extend and lift, bring it back in. Okay, I'm going to challenge you to 8 reps, extending both legs, extending those arms, lift your chest, bring the shape back in, drop the chest, inhale, extend, crunch your chest, extend those arms, extend your legs, bring it back in. Let's go for another 6. Breathe. 5, you guys can do it. Final 4. Abs on fire. 3. Really crunch that chest up, really extend those legs. 2. Now last one, all the way out. We're just going to hold and scissor those legs for 10. 9, 8, 7, push to the end. 6, 5, 4, chest a bit higher. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Okay, relax. Drop those feet to the mat. Let's extend those legs out long. Extend those arms up overhead. And just allow your chest to open up. Allow those ribs to open up. Find those beautiful deep breaths in. And deep breaths out. Okay, when you're ready from here, we're just going to tuck your right knee into your chest and extend that left leg long along your mat. And we're just going to start to draw little circles with that right knee around in one direction. Good, and then reverse the direction around and back. Good, bringing that knee through the center. We're going to extend that leg up towards the sky, grabbing behind that calf. Maybe just taking a few flex and points through that right foot. Breathe. One more deep breath. And then when you're ready, tucking that right leg back in, grabbing on the outside of that right knee and just taking a beautiful twist over the left side of the body. Allowing your eye gaze to go towards that right hand and finding a beautiful spinal twist and release. Good. One more deep breath here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relax. Good. Coming all the way through. Back to the center. Placing that right leg down to meet the left leg on the floor. And realigning the hips. Let's bring that left leg up into the chest. And we're just going to take a few circles with that left leg this time in one direction around. Good, and reverse the circles, opening up those hips and just releasing and coming back to reality on the mat. And then when you're ready, grabbing behind that left leg, we're just going to extend that left leg up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky, grab behind that left calf, and just take a few flex and point through that leg, through that foot. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Let's go for another deep breath. And then we're going to bend that knee back in towards the body, grabbing on the outside of that left knee and just twisting over to the right side, keeping the eye gaze back towards the left hand and feeling that full spinal twist. Good, taking a nice deep breath in, deep breath out. Good, and then coming back through to the center. Let's just place both feet onto the floor. Take a little realign of the hips when you're ready, grabbing behind the thighs and just taking a nice rock and roll all the way up into a seated position. We're going to find ourselves in a cross-legged position at the center of the mat. I want you to grab your left knee with your right hand, and then we're going to just take a twist behind the body and take a look over that left shoulder. And then we're going to sweep it over, left hand to right knee, take a look over the right shoulder. Coming through to the center, placing that left hand on the left side of the body, taking a nice side bend and sweep over with the right hand. Deep breath in and out. And then let's go over to the right side, up and over with the left side of the body, taking a beautiful bend through the left side waist. And then we're going to come through back to center, and let's just take our 3 grounding breaths here on the mat, taking a nice deep inhale, opening up through the arms, extend and lift, breathing in. And as you breathe out, hands come down by your side and your spine stays long. And again, opening it up, extend, breathing in and lift. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Let's go, final one, opening it up, breathing in, lift. And this time, hands come down into prayer and into your heart space. And we're just going to take a moment here on the mat to be still. Maybe thinking of something that we feel grateful for today. I'm feeling grateful for this beautiful place that I get to live. I can hear some people playing music and the liveliness in the town around me. You might notice some sounds around you. Just try and relax into the moment and enjoy whatever you can feel here. Just take a moment to be quiet and to be calm in your mind and on your mat before you start the rest of the busy life. Maybe you've got a busy day ahead, or you're just winding down. Either way, we deserve a moment of calm. So we're going to take it here for another 10 seconds. And whenever you're ready, we're going to take one final deep inhale. And exhale. Breathing it all out. Slowly starting to open up your eyes. Taking one final roll out of your shoulders. And you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me. That was a absolutely smashing sculpt. I really loved it. I feel like my whole body has been really worked and really strong. So I hope that you're feeling the same, and I can't wait to see you on the next class.